Welcome to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where tonight it's free tickets Saturday for RIT students as the hometown Tigers close out their series with Army West Point. Last night, sophomore goaltender Ian Andriano made his first start of the season and picked up the victory in net. The Barrie, Ontario native will get the call again tonight in place of the injured Logan Draken. Number 6 for the Tigers is Gabe Valenzuela. The senior forward helped spark the offense last night with a goal and 2 assists after rejoining Abbott Gerdukis and Eric Brown on the Tigers' top line. See if they can keep it going here tonight. You are watching RIT SportsZone Pregame Live, presented by Taylor the Builders. So much to get to over the next half hour as we get you set for face-off in this Atlantic Hockey Showdown between RIT and the Black Knights of Army. Good evening, I'm Kevin Roach, and welcome to RIT SportsZone Pregame Live here on CW Rochester. Well, after starting all but one of the Tigers' first 22 games, sophomore Logan Draken did not dress last night. Draken suffered an ankle sprain in last Saturday's loss at Bentley, opening the door for fellow sophomore Ian Andriano to make his first start since February of last year. 2-4 on his career, and he got some help early on, less than 4 minutes in. Eric Brown, as the top line was reunited, ripping it past Jared Dempsey, his team leading 11th on the year. RIT led 1-0, but just 35 seconds later, Army gets the equalizer. Michael Wilson puts the loose puck in, his third of the year, to tie us up at 1. 3 minutes later, Army looking to go ahead after the Regan Seiferling turnover, but Andriano makes the stop to keep us tied at 1 after 1. Second period, Tigers on the power play. Eric Brown in front, denied, but Gabe Valenzuela there for the putback, his 8th on the year. RIT went back in front 2-1. Again, it would not hold. Under 7 to go, the Buffalo native, Western New York native, back in town. Zach Evencho beats Andriano. Ian couldn't get his glove on it. That tied us at 2, and then Army with a golden opportunity on the breakaway, but Andriano with a nice big pad save to keep us knotted at 2 after 2 in the third. Oh, the Tigers, they just finished off the turnover by Trevor Fiddler. Jake Hammaker going to the net and getting number 8 on the year for him. It was 3-2 RIT, and then watch the beautiful feed here by Valenzuela to Regan Seiferling. Sticks with it, gets it to go, his first collegiate goal. Oh, RIT hitting their stride at the right time of the year. They win it last night by a final of 4-2.
Our defenseman has been doing such a great job on little small chips around the net to our forwards, and our breakouts are so much cleaner that it helps when that first pass is good. It helps us to create more offense instead of just always dumping it in and chasing it. So there's a lot more flow into the game, and our mindset is very different now. I feel like everyone is engaged and knowing that, like, we've been here so many times, especially the older guys, that these 2 points can mean the difference at the end, where we can be 4th or 2nd or 7th and 2nd. So we know how important each game is, so we're just playing like each game's like a playoff game.
33 saves, a win. What's it do for your confidence after sitting for so long?
It feels good. I mean, a little shaky right off the hop there. The boys are great with me, let me know they have confidence in me, wishing me well, and, getting that first one was huge. But yeah, I think I know I can play here and contribute, and it's just nice to do it, and it's nice to get it done.
Yeah, Andriano getting the job done for RIT in last night, stopping 32 of 34 shots. It was a special teams victory for the Tigers as well. As for the 8th straight game, they scored at least once on the power play, going 1 for 3 on Friday night. Army was 0 for 2 with the man advantage. And how about the Tigers' top line getting back together and accounting for 8 points, including goals from Valenzuela, Brown, and 3 assists from Abbott Gerdukis. With more on last night's victory and a preview of tonight's matchup, our John DiTullio standing by live now with RIT head coach Wayne Wilson. Johnny?
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. The key to beating Army is staying out of the box, and that's what you did last night. How were you guys able to play such a clean game last night, Wayne?
Yeah, really just moving our feet, I think, is the key. As soon as you start standing around, you start reaching with your stick, and you're going to get something called on you. So I thought we did a really good job. You got to have good discipline, and they normally have come out very physical. We were expecting that tonight. So, again, keeping our composure, just play the game and move our feet, move the puck, and get up and down the ice.
What's been the key in turning your power play around? 8 straight games now with at least 1 power play goal.
Yeah, I think the power play's been good all year long. I mean, we've got to be close to the top in that category. We've liked our puck movement. Some games it goes in for you, sometimes it doesn't. I thought we had a lot of good looks, a lot of shots on our power play last night, so we want to continue with that. And then I thought our penalty killing in particular did a really good job. Even though we only had to kill off 2, they only had the 1 shot, and that was outside the blue line. So I thought we did a good job with our rush defense on that. And then in the zone, we took away some of the things that they'd like to do.
You've got 2 defensemen out tonight. You've got to shuffle some things. I guess that's life in Atlantic hockey.
Yeah, I think, at this point of the season, once you get through about 3/4 of your year, you're going to get banged up a little bit. I think everything's somewhat minor right now, and we like to keep it that way, but gives our younger guys an opportunity. They've been getting a little bit of ice time with dressing a 7th defenseman and that. They'll be ready to go, and they're down to 5 defensemen, so we want to take advantage of that and wear on them and play a heavy game on top of their D.
What do you want to see from Ian tonight?
Well, I think just take another step forward. I think as the game went on last night, he got more and more comfortable, and I think we'd like to see that again. I think getting off to a good start will help him and keep easing his nerves. As when you haven't played in a long time, you feel the weight of the team on your shoulders, and he's just got to play his game and not worry about it, and I thought he did a good job last night.
Playing your best hockey, what's been the key? 1 loss in your last 8 games, Wayne. You guys are just getting points and playing well. What's been the key for you guys?
I think balance. I think as much as Gabe's line pulled through last night, but our freshman line's been doing really well. I thought Mark Logan and Ryan Kruper played very well on our 4th line there. But I just think good balance, special teams, and really limit the amount of time we spend in our end and spend more time in their end as much as we can.
All right, that's head coach Wayne Wilson. His team looking for a sweep against Army. Speaking of the Black Knights, here with a preview is my broadcasting partner, Gene Battaglia. Gino?
All right, thanks, Johnny. Here with Army head coach Brian Riley. And your team has been so good on the power play, yet you didn't get an opportunity until the 3rd period last night. So what's the trick to get more opportunities here tonight?
Well, you have to give RIT credit because they didn't put themselves in a situation where they had to kill many penalties. And I think, obviously, when you know you're going up a team that has a good power play, you don't want to give them opportunities. So I thought they did a good job with that. And then on their kills, they had more of a sense of urgency killing than we had on the power play. And we're going to have to change that if we're going to get opportunities tonight.
Tonight you're going with another goaltender, Trevin Kozlowski. Tell us a little bit about this young man.
So Trevin, he's been out for 10 weeks now with an injury. This is his first game back. When he went out, he was 5-2-1, playing very well. So we're excited to have him back. And obviously, this will be a tough situation, but the only way we can get him back in game shape is if he has the opportunity to play.
Tigers have a few injuries, so do you guys. You're going to have 5 defensemen tonight. Talk about that challenge.
So, you know what? This has just been an injury-plagued year for us. We've had a lot of guys out. Last night, we lost 2 more D, so we'll dress 5. But, like I said, this is something that we've dealt with all year, and what it does is it gives other players opportunities. So it's kind of that next man up mentality, and I'm excited to see how our guys respond.
Finally, Army, a team we certainly have a lot of respect for. What is it like coaching these young men who have made this commitment?
You know what? I tell people my dad coached at Army for 36 years. As a kid growing up, I didn't understand why he stayed. Now, having had the opportunity to kind of sit where he sat, I know why he stayed. To be able to coach and ultimately in some small way help to shape and develop young men that are going to lead this nation's sons and daughters in faraway lands, to me makes this the most rewarding and humbling job in all of college sports.
Well, Brian, we're looking forward to a fun game here tonight.
All right, enjoyed talking to you.
Brian Riley, the head coach of the Army Black Knights. Kevin, we send it back to you.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. We appreciate all our service academies do for our country. Gino, we'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Well, after going unbeaten in 7 of their last 8, the Tigers have moved up in the standings in Atlantic hockey over the last month with a victory last night. RIT in a 3-way tie for 3rd with Mercyhurst and Niagara. AIC remains on top of the league despite the loss to the Lakers last night. Only 4 points separate 3rd and 8th place. Remember, the top 5 earn a first-round bye in the playoffs come March. On the Atlantic hockey scoreboard, only 1 game has gone final. Holy Cross defeated Sacred Heart 4-1 this afternoon. Bentley and Canisius just underway at Harbor Center as the Falcons look to complete the sweep. And later tonight, Robert Morris at Air Force AIC in Erie to face Mercyhurst. Well, still to come on the program, what are the keys to tonight's game? John and Jean will rejoin us to break down the matchup. Plus, a pair of seniors reached career milestones earlier this month. We'll hear from the line mates who have joined exclusive company in the RIT record books. But first, he's on pace to have his best statistical season yet. Our Kim Burnson talks live with RIT junior forward Sean Cameron next as we roll on live from the Gene Policini Center on the campus of RIT. It's game night. We got you covered. This is RIT SportsZone Pregame Live.
Opportunity. Here comes Powell going in. Powell fires. Big time save. Getting the leg out was Parker Gahig.
And that's a highlight stop. I mean, Powell just picks the pocket, comes in. This is great puck handling. He thinks he has a goal. Look at that.
Zone in. Ryan Nick, number 4. Turnover in front. Gerdakis scores. Gerdakis with the goal, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
I'm trying to figure out what Ryan Nick did with the puck. He had the puck behind the net and then threw it back towards the net. I'm trying, well, watch Ryan Nick instead of just throwing it along the boards, right, Gino? Advance the puck. What is that?
And now a potential breakout here for Army. Shoveled ahead. Far side. Quick shot and a goal. Back and forth we go. And that goal by number 18, Zach Avencho, tying it at 1. At center ice, Brubaker. Sends it over to Norrish. Will lift it ahead. Preston in his own end. Gives it up. Brubaker sending it ahead. It scores! And the Tigers have won it! Powell with the deflection in front. 2-1 RIT.
Comes from the point, get the puck to the net. Good things are happening. We thought a goal like that was going to win it. A deflected goal, some puck luck. And how about that sweep, Gino? Fantastic for RIT.
Yeah, when it comes to this series, RIT has been fantastic against Army over the years. The Tigers now lead the series with a record of 23-6, including an 8-1-1 record over the last 10 meetings. As far as conference titles go, the closest Army has gotten was 2007 when they lost down at the Blue Cross Arena in the championship, the finals, to Air Force by a final of 6-1 that night. The road to the Atlantic Hockey Playoffs and Championship seems to get tougher every season, but RIT is surging at the right time, thanks in part to guys like junior forward Sean Cameron, who has been huge on that second line all season long for RIT. He is standing by live now with our Kim Burnson ringside. Kim?
Sean, so you're back in your line now with Alden Dupuis. Seems like you guys have been clicking offensively. What do you have to do to try to generate some more of those opportunities again tonight?
I mean, we've been aligned together the whole year. We just, in the past stretch, we weren't, and I'm glad we're back together. The chemistry was there since the start, and I guess yesterday it was there. It was there still.
Down 2 defensemen tonight due to injuries. What does the team have to do to help fill in some of those gaps?
I mean, we're confident in every D that's in the lineup tonight. We got some young Ds that are really good. They've proven it over the year this year, so we're not scared at all. We're very confident, and we just maybe have to play a little more defensively, but help them out sometimes, talk to them, and give them confidence, and they'll grow into it.
And another tough matchup here with Army. You guys did a really good job staying out of the box yesterday. How do you plan to continue to do that again tonight?
Yes, that's very key for us. We know they're a physical team. They're a little chippy, so we just got to match their game and stay out of the box. And
Sean, thanks so much and good luck tonight. Kevin?
All right, Kim, thanks so much. Well, if you're just joining us here on RIT SportsZone Pregame Live, starting goaltender Logan Drackett did not dress last night after suffering an ankle injury during last Saturday night's loss at Bentley. So for the second straight night, head coach Wayne Wilson has decided to rest his starting netminder and turn over the reins to sophomore Ian Andriano once again. Andriano stopped 32 in net last night, picking up his 3rd career victory. as a Tiger. For Army, they are making a change. Sophomore Jared Dempsey, who took the loss last night and is winless in his last 7 appearances, will be replaced by number 33, Trevin Kozlowski, the sophomore from Valencia, California. Hasn't played since November 10th because of an injury when he helped Army defeat Sacred Heart. Well, over the last 3 weeks, the Tigers have not only taken a big jump in the standings, but they've also received a number of individual accolades too. Forward Abbott Gerdukis and defenseman Adam Brubaker were named Hobie Baker Award candidates. Freshman Kobe Walker scored his first collegiate goal, and 2 seniors joined exclusive company as they eclipsed the century mark.
Laughing, 14 seconds remaining. Mulcahy giving it up. Valenzuela down the ice. Brown!
Seniors Eric Brown and Gabe Valenzuela have been lighting up the stat sheet since their freshman season.
I think both guys made an impact on our program really from the get-go. And, you know, some guys you've got to, ease into the lineup. Other guys come in and make a splash right off the get-go, right from our captain's practices on. And I think both Gabe and Eric made a statement early, and they've never really looked back.
Brown out-muscling it! Oh, what a beast!
Brown will leave RIT as the school's all-time leading goal scorer. And earlier this month, he became just the 11th Tiger to eclipse 100 career points.
I wanted to, have a pretty good career here at RIT, and so in terms of expectations, I'd say I kind of expected myself, or at least set that goal to be there, and the fact that it happened is, or it's happening, is an absolute blessing, and unfortunate that everything's worked out in that way.
But Brown isn't the only one who joined the 100-point club. Valenzuela reached the milestone in the same game, just 2 periods later.
It was a good feeling knowing such good players have it. I know Garbo, Miles last year, and I think Josh Mitchell as well. Knowing some of those guys and being considered up there with them is something really special.
Gabe was outstanding with the puck, and as far as attracting a lot of attention and then dishing it off to other people, and Eric's the guy that is the finisher, and would like to see Gabe with the puck. And then we've mixed our lines a little bit here as well, and that's kind of paid off, I think, for both of them as well.
Both Brown and Valenzuela agree that while the individual accolades are nice, they won't mean as much if the team falls short of its goals.
It's nice to leave your mark, individually by getting those, those accolades and making your stamp. But it's a heck of a lot better in terms of how it feels and on the school and on the program when the mark that you leave is a championship.
Turner outside, he scores! What a play!
Oh, big things from Eric Brown and Gabe Valenzuela in their senior seasons. Well, still to come on the show, John and Jean will be back with their thoughts on RIT Army Round 2. Plus, we'll take you to the Clark Gym to see if the RIT women's basketball team could extend their win streak to 3. That's all next. This is RIT Sports Zone, Pregame Live.
Gerdukis with some room on the far side. Drop pass to Brown. Brown fires, scores! Eric Brown on the beautiful drop pass from Gerdukis. 1-0 RIT. Now the corner crew will count it down. Andriano the save. Oh, and it just put back in. Andriano got a little careless there as far as clearing the puck or covering up, and Army takes advantage of that mistake. Valenzuela down low, Brown, and it deflects in. And the Tigers on the power play have taken a 2-1 lead. Things opening up here as Evancho scores.
Oh, no.
We are tied at 2. The Buffalo native, Zach Evancho, with his 8th of the season. And opportunity going in. Maruya, oh, and a big save on the breakaway. Andriano taking him out. It's still a tie game. Fiddler will take it to the corner and give it away for some reason. Coming in front, yes. That's number 14, Jake Hamaker on the giveaway by Fiddler. 3-2 Army. Shorthanded meeting on the blue line for the rest of this game. Valenzuela coming in. Valenzuela. Drop feed. Oh, big save in the puck. Jumping in. Reagan Seiferling. And then
4-2.
Yeah, big 2 points for the Tigers last night following a 4-2 victory over Army. If you want to see highlights from any of our broadcasts this season, head to RITSC.com and click on Hockey Central. Joined now by John and Gene and guys for a series that is always so hard fought and one where every game has to be earned. It's amazing. RIT has gone unbeaten in 26 of the 29 meetings with Army. Tonight they go for the sweep in hopes of keeping pace in this competitive league.
2 points is okay. 4 points is better, though, John.
They're rolling right now. You think about it, just one loss in their last 8 games. You can get a sweep, then you get a week off, so to speak, because you're playing Arizona State before you travel to Holy Cross. Big game for both teams, certainly for RIT, because you try to get 4 points and position yourself even higher in Atlantic hockey standings.
So, John, last night I thought the key was special teams. The Tigers won that battle.
Well, they were the difference. They only gave up 2 penalties last night, and even talked with Wayne. He thought the Willett penalty should have been called. So really 1 penalty in all, and then their power play 1 for 3 continues to strike gold. 8 straight games with at least 1 power play goal, 11 out of the last 12 games. It's on fire right now.
Yeah, one of those snipers that the Tigers have to concern themselves with. Well, he got the second goal last night. Zach Avencho out of Buffalo, played for the Junior Sabres.
He's asking to step up a lot. Alex Wilkinson is out. They kept Dalton McAfee in check, but keep your eye on the guy you just mentioned. Big goal last night. Great two-way player. Really helps out big time on that power play when they get on the power play. Something they couldn't do last night, but number 18 is a special player.
Wayne Wilson shuffled up the lines last night, and he hit big, moving Gabe Valenzuela back on the Brown-Gerdukas line.
Just a fantastic player. Great puck handler, great speed, great vision, and he's a finisher, which we have learned over the years. 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points. That line is clicking now. Brown is back. He's out of that slump. Gabe is on fire, and Gerdukas is having a great year. One of the best lines in the country, anchored by number 6.
So, John, opportunity tonight to get the 4 points this weekend. What has to happen?
Well, last night's victory came with a cost. They've got 2 players out, 2 defensemen, so baby blue liners, Seiferle and Vallette will not play. Zach Salum and Spencer Berry, the 2 freshmen, getting some ice time tonight. Mr. Clean, keep it clean. Wax on, wax off is what we're talking about. Got to stay out of the box. That's the key to beating Army. And eyes on number 40, and the eyes on Ian, who played well last night. There's a lot of room for improvement. I think he'll even be better tonight between the pipes.
This should be a hard-fought game. Always is when you play the Black Knights Army. Coming up the 5:05 face-off, Kevin. We're looking forward to this one.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks so much. Well, meanwhile, hockey isn't the only sport in action on campus today. The RIT men's and women's basketball teams are also home this weekend. RIT women hosting William Smith at Clark Gym this afternoon, looking to pick up their 3rd straight conference win. First quarter off the miss of the open 3. They hustle for the rebound, and Tara Lynch, strong underneath, puts it up and in. She had 12 points. In the second, the Tigers adding to the lead. A great take here to the hoop by Brooke Stanley, and she gets the friendly roll. Stanley added 16 in the 4th. Tigers in total control. Brooke Stanley can't get it to go in the lane. Rebound gets tapped out to Sabrina Wolf, who drives and scores. She led all scorers with 25 points, 10 rebounds. RIT has won 3 in a row. They win big, 79-57. Well, we're closing in on game time here between the Tigers and Black Knights. We'll wrap things up from here next. This is RIT SportsZone Pregame Live. RIT SportsZone Pregame Live. It's Army and RIT. The Black Knights looking to beat the Tigers for the first time since January 30th. of 2015. Hey, just a reminder, we're back with you on Friday as the Tigers welcome Arizona State. Oh, they're going to love the weather, to the Policini Center for the first time for a non-conference showdown against the nationally ranked Sun Devils. Face-off 7:05 on the first, but you can see it on CW Rochester at 10 o'clock. And after tonight, only 5 games remain on the regular season schedule. If you haven't been out to the Policini Center, time is running out. Get your seats for Arizona State, Robert Morris, or Canisius at the box office or online at RITtickets.com. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of RIT Sports Zone Pregame Live. Thanks so much for watching. Up next, John and Gene will have all the action for you, and we'll see you back here for the intermission report. Until then, enjoy the game, everyone. RIT Sports Zone's live coverage of Tiger hockey begins right now.